So I'm going to be doing the 3 experiments that I created myself, kind of ish. I did have some inspiration from the 2 videos. I think that's how many that was on the assignment, but I also created my own type of version of them. So there's going to be 3 different 3 different experiments, and they're all going to have like their own like mini experiments within them. And so the first one is going to be about color perception between men and women. In this case, boys and girls, because that's who we've got right now. And so basically, with color perception, it is like been known for a while, I guess, that men see colors differently than women, and that color blindness is also more common in men than it is in women. So my brother is not colorblind. He can see all sorts of colors. Like he can tell you all the colors that are in this room right now, but he would perceive them differently than I would, just because of how the different...
Because we argue a lot.
No, that's not why. Because men and women's brains are built differently to where they perceive things differently. So the first test is a nail polish test, and I have 3 different colors right here, and they're all like shades of that same color. So we're gonna start out with these ones. So tell me those colors. It's red, first of all, but...
Yeah, they're both shades of red. And this one's lighter, and this is a darker shade of red.
You have to pretend like we didn't already try and shoot this video once.
They both look like the same color.
So he thinks that they look like the same color, and that's because they are both red, but...
That one's pink.
This one right here is lighter than this one, because this one has more, like, it's a deeper shade of red than this one is, and this one has, like, a dash of pink in it, but they are both red. So, nail polish test number 1, done. Alright, next one.
1 and done. Okay.
They're done.
This one's lighter, this one's darker. Or they're the same.
Well, yeah. Maybe.
They're basically the same color.
They are the same color,
Like,
yeah.
Can I open these?
No, don't open them. If you get that on the carpet, Mom's gonna be mad. So don't open it. I told her I wouldn't. Zachary, stop it. You're opening it. So,
it was a flake.
What's your conclusion on these 2 colors?
That one's darker, that one's lighter.
Okay. So, yes, he is right with this. This one is darker than this one. However, whenever I look at these, I would say that this is more of like a brick red, and this is more of like a dark.
We were talking about who's light and who's dark.
A brick red. So, like, that's basically what I'm testing here, is how...
I've been doing this for 4 minutes. This is like a neon orange, and this is like a carrot orange.
I can see that.
Like, I wouldn't use this.
I wasn't expecting you to go in as depth as you have.
I would use this. Like, if I was going to the 80s party, I would use this. But
if you were going to go carrot picking, you would use that.
I was going to go out to my farm and carrot pick, and I would use that one.
Bears, carrots, Battlestar Galactica.
Bears, carrots.
So yeah, I chose 2 different shades of an orange, and I tried to make them as close as possible.
Yeah, right.
You try going in there and picking out shades of colors. But this one, I would actually call this more of like, not really like a salmon because it's not that, but more of like a dark coral. And then this one, he's pretty much right on with that one. It's a carrot orange. He went a lot more in depth with these colors than I thought he was going to, but that's alright. So the second test is the fabric test. And so we're going to use scrunchies because those are fabric. So, the first one's pretty easy.
Really? They're the same color.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. No, this is dark blue. This is navy blue, and this is black.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. So, he initially was going to say that this is dark blue, and then this is black. And then he changed it, and he said that this is navy blue and this is black, and that's exactly what I would have said.
They kind of look the same color in the...
And they do kind of look like the same color in here, but you can tell that this is more of a blue and this is more of a black. But, yeah, so this was obviously, like, level 1 easy because they're two different colors. Alright, next one. Oh, that one's broken. Next one. Difference between these two whites. Other than the pattern on the scrunchie.
That one's lighter than that one.
Okay.
That one looks like it's a little dirty, like you've had it longer.
Well, they're both dirty. See?
Yeah.
It's just oil from my hair. It's not, like, disgusting.
Oily hair.
Your hair's oily, too.
Yeah, but I can use that. In the bathroom, okay? I use the right stuff for my hair to be like
So
this.
he said that this one is whiter than this one, and he's not wrong. But it could also be because I've bleached this one recently, and I've not bleached this one recently. Yeah, you can do that. You can wash them. It's just like washing a shirt or washing anything else. It's not bad for... It's fabric. You can wash fabric.
One song, and it's like, when you because it keeps coming over with the Super Bowl.
But, yeah, so that
looks super stretched
they're
out.
pretty much... This one is very stretched out. They're pretty much, like, the exact same color. This one was this color white whenever I bought it, but I've also, like, I haven't washed it in a while. I also used this for,
Alright, let's just get on with the video.
Okay. Okay, so now the difference between these two.
Well, that one's brown, that one's pink.
Okay, so...
That one's got balls on it, and the other one doesn't.
I'm not talking about an appearance. I'm talking about... Well, I am, but I'm not. So he said that this one right here is a purple, well, no, a pink, and that this one's a brown. So he's right with this one. This one is a brown, but I would consider it a tan, because that's what it is a tan. It's like a sand color. And then this one, I would actually call this, like, a shade of purple. I can't place my finger on exactly what shade of purple it is, but I would call this a shade of purple. And so, yeah. Alright. The last test is the string test, and so I'm going to use some embroidery thread that I've got, and we're going to test the difference between these two shades, which is a lot more difficult because they are very close, so I'm going to see if he can see the difference in them.
That one is more shiny than that one.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one
Mm-hmm.
is more lighter.
Okay. So he said that
Like
this
the
one...
weight.
This one is the weight.
The weight. I didn't even pick them up and I can know it.
Okay. Okay, so he said that this one right here is shinier than this one. And he's not wrong, because in the light, this one does have more of a shine than this one does, and it's more dull. However, they are not the same color. They're purple. They're both purple. But this one is a little bit more of a plum purple, and this is more of like a gray purple. So that's what I'm proving, is that women have all these like names for them. So like I called this like plum purple and grape purple, and he just said they're purple. So, all right. What about these?
They're exactly the same.
No, they're not. So he said that these are the exact same, and they do look the same. However, this one is more of a burnt orange red, and this one is like a bright red. So that is my perception of them.
Ring finger.
That is my perception of all of those things versus his.
Do it again.
You want me to pop your
hurts.
finger again?
It hurts right here.
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you've got arthritis.
Hopefully not.
Okay, so the second experiment is what I'm calling the basic perception with illusions. So, we're going to pull up an optical illusion on his phone. How did you know that I needed animals? That's actually kind of weird, because I did not tell you at all. So, we're going to be using the classic that was used in the video. Yeah, you already know about this one just because you've seen it before.
I've seen it so many times, guys.
So, first of all, like off of first glance, what do you see?
Well, if I'm thinking of a duck.
No, just like, what do you see right off the bat?
Okay. Well, I see a bunny right off the bat.
Okay, well,
and then I look closer down. Then I look closer down to the two, to the two like ears, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you look back down, it's a duck.
Okay, well, whenever I first look at it, I see a duck, and then I have to go over to the back. So whenever he looks at it, he sees the bunny rabbit, and then he has to go down to here and then see the duck. I look at it, I see the duck, and then I have to go right here towards the nose to be able to see the bunny rabbit. So that was without no aid whatsoever, nothing telling you what it's supposed to be or anything. And so that was mini experiment number 1 of experiment 2. Alright, so now if I, said, which do you see, a bunny or a rabbit? Not a bunny or a rabbit, a bunny or a duck, then which one do you see? Do you still see
a buck?
Which one do you see? Do you see a bunny or do you see a duck?
Bunny.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing. You ask me. Ask me.
What do you see?
This is all part of it. You have to give me the auditory aid. You have to ask me. You have
a bunny or a duck?
Okay. I see a bunny now, which is not what I originally saw. But bunny was the first thing that I heard, and so that's the first thing that I also saw.
Bunny rabbit.
And so that was experiment
number 5.
Well, no, that was test 2 of experiment 2. And so now I need to find one with words on it so that I can have a...
Who's your teacher?
Okay, here. So,
Mr. Raven, Mr.
so now I've got this one pulled up. Ah! Go back! Okay, I've got this one right here where it has these two, but it's also got the words right here. And so that's going to provide a visual aid to where you can see certain things because you are reading the words that go along with it. So, you see the doe and the seal, right?
Well, I saw the doe and the seal before.
You saw the words?
That seal doesn't look like a seal.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I thought it just looked like an upside doe.
It's an upside down doe. And they're the same picture.
Yeah.
Turned upside down and right side up. Yeah, that's a doe and then that's a seal. Yeah.
So, with us for both of the visual aids being the words.
Well, I saw dough in the first one, and I didn't even know what the second one was.
Yeah, we both...
Like, without even reading the words.
We both saw the dough in the first photo right here. And we didn't see the seal in this. I mean, like, I can see it, but it doesn't really look like a seal to either of us. It just looks like this photo flipped upside down, which is what it is. But we both see the dough both times, whether the word says dough or seal. So that is test number 3 of experiment 2. So now we move on to experiment number 3. Don't throw those. Which is, yet again, like another optical illusion type of test. However, it is with different optical illusions.
Whoa.
Okay.
Does this Psych use on this?
Whoa. Okay. So I've got this optical illusion pulled up.
That hurts my head.
Yeah, it kind of hurts my head too.
Kind of looks cool though.
It does. And so this is all based on motion and movement of a picture that is not moving. So, Zachary, is the picture moving?
Stop moving it.
I'm not moving the phone.
Your hand is shaking.
Okay, sorry.
You're charging my head. Okay. No, this picture's not moving.
No, it's not?
It's only if I move my head.
So, like, this part right here isn't even, like, going like that or anything?
It is if I move my head like that.
Really? Because, like, I just look at it and it spins.
It only spins if you move your hand. Because if you're like
Here,
this...
you hold it.
You're shaking like this. You're like...
No, I'm not. You're acting like I've got, like...
AIDS.
No. Okay, you
No.
hold it. Is this inner part of the circle right there, is that moving in any way?
No.
It's not?
No, unless I move my head like this, or I move it like... Just a little bit, like shaking it just a little bit like this. You see how I'm shaking it just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're holding it like this.
It's still moving for me.
Well, my hand is moving.
Well, no, but, like, even whenever your hands weren't moving, like, whenever it was like that, like, this whole part is still moving for me.
It's not moving at all for me.
Well, so,
That means I'm smarter than you.
No, he did not see this circle right... It's really hard to see. He did not see this circle on the inside move in any way. However, whenever I looked at it, this part of, like, this whole thing... This whole thing was, like, flipping back and forth like that for me. So, I say that it was moving. He says, no, it wasn't. The next one... I want to see...
Oh, I missed on here.
Okay. What about these?
Plaid. Circles. Lines.
Does any of it move, though? Like, do any of the other dots...
For a second, I don't see any of them, and then I see more, and then they're flashing at me, and then...
Yeah.
It depends on where I look.
Yeah. So,
If I look right here, I see a group of 5, or 6, or whatever you want to say. 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's nothing over here.
Yeah.
Nothing. And there's some around it, and then I look over there, and there's nothing over there either.
Yeah. So we are using this optical illusion, and it's kind of hard to see in this right now. But if you focus on just one of these dots in the center, then everything else, like any other dots that are on this side, they disappear because that's not what you're focusing on. But if you focus on over here, then anything over here disappears. And so that's what he was experiencing, and that's what I also
Dude, your hair
experience whenever I
your hair and my hand
look at this
don't
also.
go together.
And then the last optical illusion test for this movement test is, this one right here. Okay. Ah! Does it look like it's moving like waves?
No, but stop moving it.
I'm not moving. Okay.
It's only if you move it, it moves.
Really?
You sound like all the girls in my school. Really? No.
It doesn't?
Mm-mm. It's only if I move my ass. No, because they're just like turning in phases. See, they turn.
Oh, you think they turn?
No, like if I was to have one of these like little seed things.
Yeah.
And turn it. And just turn it like a little bit and take a picture. Turn it just a little bit. And move it. It'd make it look like it was spinning. So see, look. Goes phase 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's turning.
Oh, you're looking at it as like individual like lines.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. So
but whenever you look at it normally, it has a wave indent, like a curve indent.
Yeah.
To it, and if you move around and try to make it move, you can actually make it move. Make yourself think it moves.
So he was looking at it with individual rows right here. And he noticed how if you take just like the end seed and you turn it, and it's like a stop motion picture. That's how he saw it. However, whenever I look at it, I see the waves, which is what you are supposed to see. So yeah, those are my 3 experiments that I conducted with my brother, who helped me out, who's now leaving. And never mind, he's staying. But yeah, that is how I have experimented with different perceptions. He's also 2 years younger than me, so I don't know if age has anything to do with it.
Age having
But
anything to do with it?
if it does, then that could be another reason that his perception is different than mine. But
your hair.
the main
Isn't that what they do? They just like.
Ow! No, that's not what they do.
Has any girls gone like that? Just
Zachary.
yank it.
The main focus of what I was trying to get at was just the difference in like how a guy perceives things versus how a girl perceives things. So yeah.